turn on the intricate studio lighting. There we go. Oh, I didn't look at the temperature before I turned this thing on. But it is not too bad out here this morning. How's everybody doing? It's Friday, which for a lot of you would be great news. For me, it is not. Why? Because I have to work Saturday, unless I hear differently, and then I'll have to let you know on the channel. It's the usual, we don't know what's going on weirdness. It is scheduled, but, it depends on parts, things like that. You never know. And, why am I flabbergasted? Very, very simple. As y'all know, one of the big rising sensations, especially since the TV series, the streaming series, I got to get out of the habit of saying TV series because everything's going to be pretty much streaming now. Wednesday came out. Of course, we got hit with this rising star named Jenna Ortega. Now, one thing I got to say is this. In the Beetlejuice movie, she's pretty damn good, actually. You'd think she's going to be on there and do another, oh, look, I am abnormal. No, she actually does a pretty good job in that role that she's in. So, playing Lydia Dietz's daughter. But, of course, they, Jeffrey Rush, what's his name again? No, Jeffrey Rush is the other guy who was in Quills. It'll hit me in a minute. The guy who played the Papa in the previous movie couldn't be in there. I like Jeffrey Rush, so I'm like, wait a minute, how come I just said that? All right, yeah, he got in a bit of a trouble, so he's not in it. And we won't go into details on how that all went about. So if you know the names, go ahead and put them there. It's just in the morning, I'm like, I'm half dead, but what surprised me even more is apparently in a recent interview, she said something that made me want to jump up and literally, for the first time in my life, exactly, that's all. I'm like, wait a minute, why am I saying Jeffrey? Was it Jeffrey Jones I'm thinking of? Or something along that line? Let me know. No, he played Lydia Dietz's father. Not not the Maitlands. Because I remember Alec Baldwin and I remember playing the Maitlands. Oh, it's morning time. My brain's in a scrambler. Oh. But the Maitlands aren't in it either. For various reasons. Also, the story doesn't really focus on them, which I can agree with. Plus, they knew that, the big question is, I believe it was Gina Davis who said, the main reason was ghosts don't age, but also Tim Burton said he didn't want them coming in just for, nostalgia value. And also the story doesn't really focus on the Maitlands. Yeah, if someone remembers who, Jeffrey, I think it was Jeffrey Jones or something like that, played Lydia Dietz's dad. I know, I think I got it right, but I'm not sure. I'd have to go look it up. Like I said, it's morning. But, okay, let's get back to what I was on in the first place. The reason why I'm a bit flabbergasted and I'm shocked is that when something Jenna Ortega said this week. Recently, in an interview, someone asked if they were going to do... I know, I jumped up and I shouted, testify, for the first time in my life. And no, I'm not a Bible thumper. Yeah, she wasn't in it, Gina Davis. And it's Geena. I remember that one. Because she spells it way different from my wife. Well, let's get back to the thing I'm trying to finish. Okay. Yeah, let's just say that my mom and all that, they're not too happy about the fact that I basically said, God and I parted ways a long time ago. Sorry, I don't believe in the invisible man in the sky. So, Jeffrey Jones, thank you. Yeah, I knew I was in the neighborhood. Thank you very much. Yeah, he wasn't in it, but okay, back to what I was trying to say. I hate it when that happens, don't you? Okay, when Jenna Ortega was asked about possibly, if they would be interested doing, and I think this was someone asking her the question, let's say they want to do an Edward Scissorhands, but they want to make like Edith Scissorhands, would she do it? And she said something along the lines of gender swapping in Hollywood has gotten, out of hand. It's basically just trying to recycle old ideas instead of come up with new ones. And trust me, that's not a direct quote because it's Friday, but it was along that lines. Okay, so I'm extreme paraphrasing. And no, you may not suplex me. No one could suplex me. I am suplexier. Okay, so that right there, I was like, so she basically just stuck it in the face of studio execs. You have to love that. Plus, I watched some of the drunkard and the Narni's big moment on TV with, oh goodness gracious, Piers Morgan and all that, and oh my God. Some of the things they say I do agree with. The whole sequels, prequels thing has gotten out of hand. Gender swapping, has literally become a big deal. And it's like, I don't mind somebody playing a character, if that character was written for them or whatever. But just taking an old character and saying, okay, we're going to make that character female, it's like, why? Can't you write your own? Like I said, as you know from my history and the fact that, I'm one of the very few channels, and, actually it felt like I was, but there were a lot more that stood up for Jodie Whittaker when she took the role of the Doctor. But the thing is that's a whole different ballpark. It's something, it was something the show had never done before, a show that could change actors. So I don't really count it as gender swapping because it was in the cards for a long time that it could happen. After all, the Doctor's an alien. It's not just another character, from another person or blah, blah, blah. We're seeing another aspect of the same person. Well, the biggest problems I had with the female Ghostbusters movie wasn't the fact they gender swapped the characters, tried to rearrange the story, tried to do this, and it was the fact that movie came from a direct result of a hijacking. Me, I liked Kate McKinnon in the movie, and that was about it. Everyone else was, like I said, it's the only reason I had really fire-burning hate for that movie was that was supposed to be Ivan Reitman's Ghostbusters 3. And if you don't believe me, go look up some of the videos about the Sony email hack on how they got the movie away from Reitman and put it in the hands of that dumb asshole who probably couldn't direct a bunch of frickin' ducks to a pond. And because he doesn't like working with male cast members. Wow, I wish I could get hired onto a picture and just start saying, well, this has to go, that has to go. Oh, by the way, we have to gender swap the entire cast. But well, you aren't the only one who really loves that episode, Saeed, because guess what? Ian Levine. I remember Ian Levine posting that this was probably one of the best episodes of Doctor Who he'd ever seen. And yet he turns around and turns on Chibnall, Jodie, and all that again, not even a couple weeks later. You have to love the guy, though. Like I said, remember, Doctor Who's over as of 2017. Now it's rest in peace 2024. I wish these guys would get their story right. Imagine if they had to actually pay a stone chiseler. A chiseler. Is that an actual thing? I'll say stone mason. It sounds better. To go out and, chisel another year onto a tombstone somewhere. Yeah, that's going to get expensive. Plus, you can't keep crossing, the one out and just putting another year on after and after. Like, oh, man. I'm beginning to run out of headstone to put years on. Oh. It's been many, many years since I watched Keys of Marinus. I'm not going to lie to you. I've really, really, like I said, it's been a long time since I got back into Hartnell and Troughton on the classic series. When I jump back, I usually like jumping back to Pertwee, and then Pertwee has me hooked. And well, I never got into Big Bang Theory. I just got tired of the whole geek trope. The whole the that it became cliche after a while. It's just. That's my theory as well, that most of these guys probably know what the hell they're watching. It's just something to harp on, something to complain about. And then I complain about them. Wow, look at the enthusiasm of these people walking. Oh, that's right. Well, you can't see it, but it's like if only Romero was around to film yet another dead, Living Dead serial. With all the enthusiasm that's here, a funeral just might break out. I'm like, oh. Okay, I'll have to look for that trailer. Like I said, also they're doing NCIS Origins. And I agree with Jenna Ortega on this. Please cut the frickin' prequel nonsense. If you've been paying attention for the last 20 plus years, all right? If you'd watched, up till the point that Gibbs left the show, Mark Harmon decided he wanted to take some time off, do whatever. You pretty much know Gibbs's backstory. You know where he came from. You know about his wife. You know about his, about his dad. By the way, his dad, I love the actor who played his dad. I don't remember his name. Like I said, it's Friday morning. Well, yeah, I did love NCIS New Orleans. Because that, of course, had, great, Scott Bakula in the lead role. And he was very good in that. Oh, yeah, it's going to happen. I just saw another one from Proctor Disaster, or whatever that imbecile is that thinks he's a space pirate. Going on about Shooty, blah, blah, blah. Of course, Shooty's been fired again on some of these other channels, blah, blah, blah. And it's like all jumping the gun. Yeah, they did try even a series a while back called NCIS Red. That didn't make it past the pilot stage for some very interesting reasons. Look it up. But I'm beginning to wonder. The other day I saw a video. It was of a bunch of TV pilots that never made it to the air. And I'm wondering, do you think that TV execs are going to start going to this point now where they're going to start watching these, writing down titles and saying, well, it didn't make it back then. Maybe it could make it now. I don't know. I think we might have some lightning or something going on about here because I could have swore I saw a flash on the way to work, and then I was like, it's got to be the Halloween lighting on a house or something. So, but you never know with lightning. So I think that might have been it. Oh, yeah, I saw a flash on the way here, but I think that was part of a Halloween display. So that's why when you said that, I said it could be because, we're in the stormy season. Or NCIS New Jersey. Well, NCIS Maine, aha. Okay, I can't do a Maine accent for shit, I'm sorry. We got to get out there, man. They're eating the cats and dogs. But aren't we supposed to be the Navy Criminal Investigation Service? We're kind of like in the middle of land, aren't we? Oh, well. Well, I got to get inside, folks. I just looked at the time, and I keep trying to remember this clock in the car is about a minute or two behind. So please take care of yourselves. Enjoy your Friday. If I find, as far as I know, we're going to be out here again tomorrow. But if we're not, I'll let you know. Take care. Be kind, be calm, be safe. Enjoy your weekends.